Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're grabbing Dell's newest entry into the budget market.
The 16-inch DC16250.
That's the one. It's launching at $550, which is, that's a really aggressive price for that size. Our mission is to figure out what Dell invested in and, maybe more importantly, what they left out.
And that frames the core question for this deep dive, doesn't it? When a company makes a big strategic value play like this, are the trade-offs smart?
Or are they just painful compromises that you'll regret in 6 months?
Exactly.
Okay, let's unpack the headline features then. For that $550, you're getting something, well, massive.
A 16-inch display with a 16:10 aspect ratio.
Yeah, and that extra vertical space is gold for scrolling documents. It runs at FHD plus resolution, so that's 1920 by 1200.
And right there, that's our first big clue.
What do you mean?
Well, FHD plus is perfectly usable, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the market has shifted. We're seeing competitors deliver QHD displays for a similar price.
So Dell chose maximum size over maximum pixel density.
That was the choice. But they did pair it with 16 gigabytes of RAM and an Intel Core 5120U.
And 16 gigs of RAM at this price is frankly fantastic.
It is. That's the clear investment highlight.
The machine also has something called Comfort View Plus. That sounds a bit like marketing speak.
It is, but it's a real feature. It's their branded way of saying it has a hardware-based low blue light filter.
So it's easier on your eyes for long work sessions.
That's the idea. And unlike the old software filters, it doesn't make the screen look all yellow and sickly. It's a genuine quality of life feature for its target audience.
Okay, so the inside seems promising for multitasking, but the outside, the build quality, that's where the compromises usually hit hardest. Dell is claiming military-grade durability testing. But hold on, the sources say this thing is primarily plastic.
Ah, yes. The classic military-grade claim.
Isn't that a bit misleading?
Here's where it gets really interesting. That standard just means it survived some specific non-destructive tests like humidity or minor vibration.
So not that it's inherently rugged.
Exactly. The materials are mostly plastic with some recycled content. And the most immediate compromise you'll feel is the weight.
How heavy are we talking?
It's 4.37 pounds. This is not an Ultrabook. And the sources point out noticeable hinge flex when you transport it. That's a concern.
That weight is significant. You're trading the physical comfort of a light machine for the digital comfort of more screen space.
That of the trade.
Now, on performance, that integrated Intel graphics will handle spreadsheets just fine. But that 5120U chip, what are its actual limits?
Its limits are pretty severe if you step outside its lane. It's a productivity workhorse. But if you try any serious photo editing, video rendering, or even casual gaming,
It'll slow to a crawl.
the graphics compromise is baked right in.
And we found another specific compromise in the connectivity, which really hammers home the budget focus.
The ports.
Yeah, it has HDMI 1.4.
And that's a big deal if you're a home user with a nice monitor. That older standard limits any external 4K display to just 60 Hz. No high refresh rates.
It's a technical roadblock built right into the motherboard.
So that brings us to the verdict.
Yeah, the strategic value verdict. For $550, this Dell 16 is competing directly with smaller, often more premium-feeling 14-inch Ultrabooks.
It is. And I think the final synthesis is that the DC16250 is, well, it's an honest compromise.
What makes it honest?
It's built around one single priority, screen size. You are absolutely trading portability, premium materials, and cutting-edge ports for a genuinely useful 16-inch workspace.
And that extra real estate really can change how you work, right? It's the difference between seeing, 12 rows on a spreadsheet versus 18.
It fundamentally changes multitasking. It's a focused, budget-friendly workspace, but you have to accept the plastic build on the bulk.
So what does this all mean for you? I think this deep dive shows that the decision here isn't about general value, it's about priority.
It is. You have to decide if that screen size justifies the very clear trade-offs in materials and portability for your specific workflow.
The ultimate success of a machine like this rests entirely on what compromises you're willing to accept.
Precisely. And that's the final thought. For any product, whether it's this or a top-tier flagship, its value rests on which compromises you can live with versus which ones you consider non-negotiable. You have to keep questioning everything.
And on that note, we've successfully investigated whether this laptop delivers on its value proposition. That wraps up this deep dive.